Brad Lea. Come on. Where's that Maxwell microphone? Is this the Maxwell microphone? How y'all doing? Hey, if it's okay with you guys, my name is Brad Lea, and I'd like to start things off with a song. Would you like to hear a song? No? Let me hear it then. Well, then you should have bought a ticket to a concert. Because I don't sing songs, I teach people how to get rich as fuck! Who wants to know about that? Listen, folks, if you want to get rich and live an epic life, it boils down to one thing, and that's make a decision to. Sounds easy, sounds cliche, but that's how easy it is. Too many people can't make a decision. We're too worried about what everybody else thinks. We're worried about what my parents are going to do. What's my husband going to do? What's my wife going to do? What are they going to say? What are they going to think? What if I fail? They're afraid of failure when failure is a part of success. It's part of the recipe. It is. I mean, like, people are so afraid of failure that they don't even try sometimes. Or they're so afraid of other people's opinion, they hold back themselves. They don't believe in themselves. When it boils down to a decision. That's what's holding a lot of you back, is a decision. And how easy is a decision? If you think about it, how easy is it to decide? Hard? No, you just decide. You just say, today's the day I'm going to make a decision to get rich as fuck and live an epic life. See, half of you that aren't clapping, that's what I'm talking about. Like, dude, trust me when I tell you, that's how easy the shit is. When I was about 6 years old, I used to freaking lie. I was from a low-income, blue-collar family. Grew up in a neighborhood that was weird because I had a shitty house around a bunch of big houses. So I just lied to fit in. I just went around, told people my dad owned Disneyland. Showed Monopoly cards to prove that we owned property. And I was just bullshitting every kid in the neighborhood. Why? Because I just wanted to fit in. I just wanted to be liked. And it backfired. It backfired so bad, even parents didn't want their kids hanging out with me. They'd be like, no. Go play cops and robbers with some other kid. And literally, I was alienated for the next 3 to 5 years in that town. Thankfully, my parents decided to move about 30 miles north. And that's when I made a decision. Because I was sitting there trying to figure out how to get everybody to like me. I was more worried about what they thought about me. Nobody was there to teach me. My parents just made sure I didn't die. They made sure we had food and clothes. But, my dad wasn't one of those ones that said, come here, son, let's have a discussion. He'd usually say kids should be seen and not heard. And that's what he believed. So I didn't get a lot of parenting. So I had to learn all this myself. And when I bullshitted my way out of all the circles and all the friends, ultimately, when we moved, I decided I'm not going to bullshit anybody anymore. I'm just going to be who I am, and if they don't like it, fuck them. And thank you. And trust me, that's when it all turned around. That's when it all started getting better. I moved. I did grow a little bit too. I was kind of a runt back then, but I grew over the summer. But I started being real. I started worrying more about just being real than I did being liked. I started saying, look, if you don't like, thank you, I love that. Anytime you guys want to applaud, go ahead. Hey, by the way, they always ask me, they said, you bring a PowerPoint? And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Is that one of those? So I don't have a PowerPoint, but I am, go ahead, clap it up. And so as I come out to these things, I just think to myself, what is the most valuable thing I can give the audience? If someone actually did whatever it is I said, what should I say for you guys to do to be rich as hell and live an epic life? And at the end of the day, man, what I think is two things. Number one, you got to figure out who you are and start to love yourself. There's so many people that are insecure. They have no confidence. You guys are literally limiting yourself. You know, you're limiting yourself. And there's no reason for it, because ultimately, if you just want to do it, man, you just got to make that decision. Then the next question is how? How do I do it? That's the hard part. It's harder to figure out how than to make the decision. It's like, yeah, I can make a decision to get rich. Who here can make a decision to get rich? And then some people are thinking in their head right now, it's not about money, Brad. That's the whole point, guys. Yes, it is. Money allows you to be more of who you are. If you're a dick with money, you're a bigger dick broke. It's true. So we get taught things growing up. Some of us don't get taught anything. We got to learn it the hard way, like me. But thankfully, I learned. And so when I moved up to this new town, I said, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to start being real. I'm going to start making the truth be where I go, regardless of what other people think of me. And after I started doing that, people actually started to like me. People actually started to hang out with me. Of course, you still have bumps and bruises. But the question is how do you be yourself if you don't know who you are? If you're constantly listening to all the opinions of other people. Because that's what happens. We listen to opinions of other people. As soon as you guys think about freaking doing a social media post, what goes through your head? Oh, what's everyone going to say? They're going to think I'm dumb? I know people that make a post, and I see their post, and then a little while later it's gone. I'm texting them, what happened to your post, man? Oh, someone said I look like a fucking idiot. Thank you. Albert thinks I'm funnier when I'm drunk. What he doesn't know is I've decided not to drink very much. But I appreciate the drink. So, to me, if I can teach somebody how to get some confidence, lose the insecurity, make a decision, that would be one of the most powerful things I can do for you guys, if you actually do it. Because let's face it, a lot of you guys come to these things, you go home, you don't do shit. And I don't know why. I see some of the same faces at some of these success events over and over and over. And they sound really good. You know, they've got the gibberish down, they got the cliches down, you know, but they don't do anything. And the question is, why? Well, if you boil it down to the I think, science of it, it's because they don't think they're worth any more than they're getting or they're making. And it's scary because that shit's subconscious. That means below awareness. And if you're not aware of it, how do you fix it? Well, step one, you become aware. You become aware that, hey, listen, it might be some agreement that I've made in the past with somebody for some reason. Maybe you agreed with your mom. Maybe you agreed with your dad. Maybe you agreed with some ex. Maybe you agreed with some current. Who knows? Maybe you agreed with yourself. How many of us talk shit about ourselves? How stupid is that? I always tell people, like, you know, you want to meet the person that's going to make you successful, that can show you how to make millions. They're like, yeah, I'd love to meet them. I said, go into the bathroom, shut the door, look around, make sure it's empty, and then look, and you'll see that some bitch looking right back at you. And that's the person that can make you wealthy. That's the person that can hold you back. That's the person that does it. The problem is when we see that person, we don't like that person, and we're not aware of it. So then we grow an ego to protect ourselves and act like we're so awesome, when in reality, we're not. We're lying, we're procrastinating, We're not living up to our potential. We're not growing on a regular basis. We're not putting ourselves first. We're worried about other people's opinions rather than our own. And that's what most of us do. We're so worried about what you all think that you stop and fail to value what you think. See the difference? And then someone's going to be, well, that's arrogance. No, that's fucking stupidity.
It's 2 o'clock.
Well, I like this crowd. Not only is Driven always the best looking crowd with the biggest butts I've ever seen. Like, this is always my favorite event because everyone's so sexy, everyone's dressed up in the butts. But we got to get a better self-image of ourselves because you're not going to outperform your own self-image. So when you look at what you have in the bank, you look at where you are in your relationship, that's your self-image. That's what you think you deserve. That's why you have it. So how do we raise our self-image? That's all you have to do. You make a decision to raise your self-image and stop worrying about other people's opinion of you. Who are these people anyway? What does it matter? Half of them don't even know you. So, I speak from experience because I used to be that kid, lying, making sure everyone thought I was cool when I really wasn't very cool at all. I would lie, I'd cheat, I'd scam. I used to walk around malls as a teenager and look for receipts, pick them up, and go return the item so I get some quick cash. Right? I had no ethics to speak of. I can blame my parents. Nobody taught me. Nobody taught me. But guess what? We all know the difference between right and wrong. You already know. We're born with it. It's inside of you. You know right versus wrong. How many people think a donut is a good thing versus an apple or some healthy shit? Right or wrong? Every day, I'm going to have me a cheeseburger. Someone said the other day, Brad, looks like you gained a little weight. Number one, I don't give a fuck. And then I always reply, that's because every time I get done banging your mom, she makes me pancakes. And I really don't care. Why? Because they don't know me. They don't know what I do every day. They don't know what kind of a dad I am. They don't know what kind of stress I'm under. They don't know what I'm building. They don't know anything. That's why it doesn't bother me. You see the difference? The difference is your opinion of me is not my business. I don't let it affect me.
Mine will do that.
And if I could just pass that on to you guys, you'll be invincible. But you have to adopt certain things. Number one, you got to forgive yourself and others. Starting right now, today. And by the way, it boils down to a decision. Next year, you didn't do this shit. You didn't make any more money. You ain't in any better shape. You aren't in any better relationship. You're where you are today then you didn't do what I'm about to tell you to. So remember, it's only worth gold if you apply it. Okay, it's not worth anything unless you go do something with it. Follow me? So, number one, you got to forgive yourself. Everybody's screwed up. Everybody deserves a second chance. Don't really care what you did. Everybody deserves a second chance. That includes other people. If you're harboring, ill feelings towards somebody because they said something, they called you fat, they said you had a little dick, whatever. Don't worry about stuff like that, man. Forgive them. It's okay, man. Love you, brother. Love you, sister. Love you, dad. Love you, mom. Whoever talks shit, man, forgive them. Forgive them and yourself, step one. That'll wipe the slate clean. You got to start with a clean slate. Then step two, you commit. Look it up. I wish I had my Alexa here. I always look up words. Commit to do what you say you're going to do. Guess what that is? Anybody know? It's a decision. It's just a decision. Like you can make it right now. I'm going to start doing everything I say I'm going to do. Period. Thank you. I love that girl back there. I'm going to start doing everything I say I'm going to do right now. Moving forward, I do what I say, end of story, especially the shit you say to yourself. You got to commit to do what you say you're going to do and therefore do it. If you're getting anxious, you're feeling anxiety, it's because you already know yourself. You already know you don't do what you say. That's part of the problem. That chips away at your self-worth. That chips away at your self-esteem. That makes you feel like shit. You just don't realize it's harming you. So you make the decision to do what you say you're going to do, and from that day forward, you just do it, even if it freaking kills you.
Doing big events. I know, that's awesome.
Now, step 3 is the easy part. Everybody's always telling you to shoot for these big-ass goals. Okay? Big goals, stretch goals. If you guys make a goal to make $1 million this year and you make 900, is that a win? I don't know what fucking games you guys play as kids, but that's a loss, people. You said $1 million. 999 is not $1 million. You lost. And your mind doesn't know the difference between a big win and a little win, or a big loss and a little loss. It just knows it's a loss, because it is. You said $1 million, you didn't do $1 million, that's a loss. So guess what? Quit doing that shit. Start setting small goals. Start setting little attainable goals every day. And if you win and win and win, what do you think you're going to feel like? You're going to feel like a winner. And if you keep losing and losing, what are you going to feel like? A loser. But again, we're not aware of it. We just think, hey, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to make these big old goals. And then everybody pats me on the back that surrounds me, that loves me. They pat me on the back and say, good job, at least you got close. No, bitch, you lost. And I'm not going to bullshit you. A loss is a loss. So set smaller goals every day. You can have stretch goals. You know what I mean? You can have them, but make them long term. That way, by the time you miss them, you still feel like a winner. But every single day, you want little goals. Can you brush your teeth in the morning, champ? Can you make your bed? I'm not even joking. People laugh at these because they're so stupid. Of course I can. Well, then that's all you do, man. You rack up the wins on a regular basis. So you literally do them, bang, 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 and you mentally write them down. So by the end of the day, you feel like a winner.
45 to an hour.
You accomplish these. And by the way, you can raise them every day. We can walk one more step. We can make one more call. We can knock on one more door. Who can't do one damn more every single day?
I have slides.
And if you just get 1% better every single day at the end of the year, man, you are exponentially better off. I tell people, man, you want double your income this year? Do more, get better, scale. They're like, what do you mean? How many people did you talk to last month to make the money you made? 100. Talk to 200, you'll probably make double. In actuality, you'll actually make more, because when we do more, it's exponential. And then you get better at what you're doing, so it doesn't take you as much effort or time, and then you make exponentially more, and then you scale. You scale your company by doing the things that make you money and hiring through people or technology the shit that doesn't make you money. Like, who's in real estate? What do you get paid for, Willie? What do you get paid for? Yeah, you close them, right? But it's not that easy, right? But everybody has a big but. But, you got to find the people. No. You don't get paid for finding them. You get paid for closing them. So what you should be doing if you want to scale your business is think about, what do I do that makes money? Do more of that and less of everything else. Well, someone has to hunt for them. Hire an assistant. There's people in the Philippines that are hungry. I'm not even joking. My buddy John Rankins is here from the Philippines. For $100, dude, you could have someone working 45, 60 hours, calling people, prospecting, saying your name in Facebook groups, introducing yourself. Because we realize, guys, it's all about relationships, right?
Yeah, you'll love all this.
You keep hearing that, but it's the truth.
You'll take notes.
The more hands you shake, the more money you make. Talk to twice as many people, you'll make twice as much money. Guaranteed. It's relationships.
We'll make it happen, bro.
People aren't even asking for referrals. They're not prospecting. They're not following up. They're not doing the shit that's required to win. I think it's because their self-image is low and they can't outperform that, so they just make the decisions to stay within their own image. Yesterday, I forgot who it was, but someone said, go read Psycho-Cybernetics.
Like Manny talked
If I was everybody in this room, I'd write down that book and read it 10 times. Psycho-Cybernetics.
out.
Another one, 4 Agreements. If you haven't read the 4 Agreements, like just go up to your room after this and just listen to it, watch it, read it, do whatever you got to do. The 4 Agreements, Psycho-Cybernetics. Those are very important because the most important relationship you can establish is the one with yourself. And that's what I'm explaining how to do. You forgive yourself. You commit to do what you say you're going to do. You rack up the wins on a regular basis. Boom, 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 boom. Step 4, you got to get rid of the idiots. There's going to be idiots talking. And you'll recognize them because of the shit they say.
No.
They'll start saying stupid shit. Like you'll start walking a little taller. Or you'll start heading to the gym. And you know what they'll say? Oh, you're going to get in shape? You know? They say dumb shit.
So that way I'm focused.
You can hear them. They're everywhere, too, by the way. It could be your brother, your sister, your mom. You know, you didn't even realize it till now that you're aware. You'll be like, you a shit talker? And for some reason, it could be people that love you. They're not doing it on purpose. That's the way they were taught. It's called cynicism. That's just, they're cynical. They've saw you for 5 years talk shit. You've trained them to talk shit. Now you need to stop them from talking shit by not tolerating them talking shit. If it's someone you love, go ahead. I won't be able to talk if you guys keep clapping. No, actually, I like it. It makes for good footage. So in reality, you got to stop them from talking shit. If you love them and they're real close to you, you just have a conversation with them. Listen, I'm trying to get somewhere now. I can't have any more of that negative bullshit. So how about we revisit this once I'm where I want to go? How about that? Or shut the fuck up. I want to hear positive emotion. I want to hear positive encouragement. I want positive shit going in my head. Because let me ask you a question. What do you think comes up out of the ground if you plant corn? Corn. What happens if you planted like wheat? That's right, wheat. You're not going to plant corn and get wheat. Like, damn, that's fucking wheat coming out of the ground. It's a universal law. Plant corn, get corn. Guess what? Plant shit, get shit. Your mind is the ground. Your mind is the ground. So when you let someone talk shit to you, you're planting shit whether you think you are or not. Don't do that, folks. Don't allow any seeds of shit to be planted into your head, including your own shit. Because most of us spend all day long talking shit to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's really a bad habit of ours. We have habits. John Maxwell was saying uphill goals and downhill habits. That's the truth. You guys want to write down 3 things that will make anybody in this room unstoppable? They're very simple. Mindset, skill set, habits. Just go focus on your mindset, your skill set, and your habits, and no one can touch you. You'll kill everything that you want to kill. Mindset, skill set, habits. Those 3 things, they're very simple. I can break them down later, but those 3 things, go focus. Just keep asking the universe, or Yeshua, however you pronounce his name, how? How do I get the right mindset? There's books, tapes, gurus, people out there talking, you know. But you have to have this ability to stop talking crap to yourself, because it's planting the shit and the negativity, and then three months later you got problems and situations and challenges and roadblocks, and guess what? You put them there. It's the truth. As a man thinketh. Even if you're a lady, go read that book. As a man thinketh. Okay, so now we've gotten rid of the idiots. Step 5, we have to visualize. Visualize where it is we want to be. What does look like? Most people don't know what success looks like. You don't take the time to figure out in specificity what success means to you. You know, it's different for everybody. There is no key. It's a combination, and everyone has their own.
My intro song. Yeah. Brian.
Too many times we go after what society tells us success looks like, what our parents tells us success looks like, and we're not happy. We get there after years of work, and we're not happy. We're still empty inside. Why? Well, because you built it on your parents' idea, or your spouse's idea, or someone else's idea. What's your idea? Why don't you value your idea?
Got the best.
That's what I want to get in everybody's head. Like, dude, your opinion is worth just as much as everybody else's.
We'll do some fun stuff.
And once you realize that, you'll start to realize that. Just being aware, like, holy shit, why is their opinion any better than mine? Like, you know, oh, Brad Lea, he's cool, because a lot of you do say that. And I am. But again, you guys, I'm not better than you. I just might be ahead of you. That's all. I'm 53. Y'all are freaking 20 or something. You know, so people are just ahead of you. That's all. They're not better. And if you don't believe that, dude, that's what you need to fix. Nobody here is better than you. Okay? I'm serious. Clap that up. So you got to visualize exactly what you're looking for. Why? How are you going to get there? How are you going to recognize when you get there? You don't even know what it looks like. What if I told you to come into this room and find somebody? What would your first question be? Yeah, what do they look like? What if I said none of your business? Wouldn't it make it a lot harder to find who we're looking for in just a room like this? We don't even know what they look like. What do they sound like? What do they smell like? What are they wearing? That's common sense, but when it comes to success, we don't want to spend a little bit of time figuring out what the success looks like. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? I like that. All at once. Okay, so visualize. That's step 5. Visualize and map out where it is you're going with specificity so you know when to get there. Not only that, what did I say in the beginning? It's all about making decisions. The decisions you make determine the road you take. So if you just want to make the best decisions, don't you want to know where you're going? Because it gets real simple when you know where you're going. Okay? I want to get in killer shape. Okay, if that's your goal, you put it here. It's specific. You want to be this weight by this long, and it's specific. Now, you wake up, it's just a series of decisions. Like, do I work out? Now, humor me. Working out and eating right. Would those decisions go towards my goal or away from my goal? See how easy that is? Then you can make the simple decisions, because they really are simple, towards whatever goal you want, because you're either moving towards it or you're moving away from it. That's it. And once you're aware of that, it's like, how much money do I want to make? Bang. Okay, going home at 5 o'clock because the bell rung. Is that going to move you towards or away that goal? You know, partying for the weekend instead of developing, learning, coming to conferences like this, reading a book. You know, there's so many decisions that will move us towards those goals, and there's so many decisions that move away from those goals. The problem is most people don't know the goals. So take time. Figure out what you guys want. Not what your mom wants, not what your brother wants, not what your sister wants, what you want. Okay? Then the last one is 6. Am I yelling? Because it sounds like it. Animated. Well, I'm passionate, and here's why. Because if you guys do what the hell I'm telling you to do, every one of your lives will improve. I guarantee it. How do you guarantee it? Because he's guaranteed. You just got to do it. Most people won't. 98% of you won't do shit. And I'm trying to explain it to a point where you will, because the reason you don't is you're not aware. So this should make you aware of how easy it is. One thing John Maxwell said the other day, life isn't easy. Yes, it is. It's easy as shit. Okay, like I could kick you in the face 30 times and you'll live. It's hard to kill you, actually. You're a badass, man. You are a bad individual. I cut your skin, it will heal itself without even 1 ounce of thought out of your head. You've been breathing this whole time without even thinking about it. Isn't that living? Okay, living's easy, okay? Living's easy. Unless you think it isn't, then it isn't. Okay, if you do believe life is hard, life will be hard. Life is not hard, man. Get rid of the complications. Get rid of the rocket science. It's not true. Step 5 is simply visualize and map out specifically what success looks like. Without doing that, guys, you're lying to yourself. If you're lying to yourself, it's because you don't like yourself. If you don't like yourself, it's because you're not doing what I'm telling you. Step 6 is the easy one. Seek new information. Who got one of those hard way books? The Hard Way. Yeah, I had to learn everything the hard way. I wrote that book so you don't have to. That book goes deep into a lot of these things. But you don't need to learn the hard way. You can pick up book after book after book. You can turn off podcast. Who listens to my podcast, Dropping Bombs? By a round of applause. Sweet. That's seeking new information. So step 6 is seek new information. Here's why. It's not rocket science unless you make it complicated. Listen to me. If you want to change what you're getting, you just change what you're doing. Make sense? If you want to change what you're doing, you have to change what you believe. Because what you believe, for whatever reason, is why you do what you do. And that's why you get what you get. So back it up. I want to change what I'm getting. Change what you're doing. I want to change what I'm doing. Change what you believe. How do you change what you believe? One way. Get new information. If you don't get any new information, you cannot change your belief. New information is what changes your belief or beliefs. New information. That's the key. Not the same old shit. You listen to your freaking friend or your brother or your cousin 100 times before. Is that new? Hey, you're not worthy. Is that new? Hey, you didn't even graduate high school. Is that new? No. Get new information, folks. New. And I ain't talking about sitting on the shitter reading the shampoo bottle, which we've all done. I'm talking about real information. Books, DVDs, conferences, things of this nature. So if you do those 6 things, you are now going to rise up. It takes a little time, 30, 60, 90, 120 days. What'll happen is you start to, like today or whenever you decide to do it, because it's a decision. Remind you, it's a decision. You decide, okay, I'm going to forgive myself and other people. Well, it's hard. Who gives a shit? Are you a pussy? You're not. If you think, yeah, I kind of am. No, you're not. That's the problem. You think you're weak. You are massively wrong. We are human beings, man. We are freaking miracles. As Tim Story knows, we're made by Yahuwah, or God, if you want to call it God, even though that's a title, that's not a name. We'll get into that later. We are miraculous creatures, man. You're not a pussy. You're not weak. You just think you are, which therefore makes you that way. Our mind is so powerful, if we think it doesn't work, it doesn't. So you got to change that shit. And this is why these 6 steps will allow you to start walking a little taller and feeling a more deserving. And pretty soon you'll start to go, wow, he's right, I feel better. I think I deserve more. You'll look at your shitty car and you'll be like, dude, I deserve a better shit box than this. And guess what? Number 4 will start to happen. Someone will be like, who do you think you are, bro? You haven't even graduated high school. Dude, you just got that car. Now you want another one? Can't you be grateful? Hasn't anyone taught you about gratitude? Who's heard that? Tell the truth. We've all heard it. Now again, some of us are doing better than others. Why do you think that is? Because some of us feel better than others. Some of us were raised better than others. Some of you had parents that gave you love. They gave you encouragement. They gave you confidence. They gave you support. Some of you didn't. Some of you literally, even though they loved you, they did the opposite. They made you insecure. They made you doubt yourself. So this is how you fix that. And then once you fix that, the next thing I want to show you is how to build a personal brand. Because the personal brand, like it took me 20 years to build Lightspeed. I just hired a C-suite executive team to take it over. I now have 7 operating cash flowing businesses. I don't need to run any of them. But it took 20 years to make Lightspeed an 8-figure company. And I didn't have a personal brand. I built that one all from scratch. That one, by the way, gave me a personal brand, or lent to it. But a personal brand gave me almost for free the other 6 companies. I own RV dealerships. I own frickin' leads company. I own a medical device company. I own a frickin' insurance financial services company. I have a bunch of companies that are all stemming from a personal brand. I sell more, get more money, relationships, access because of a personal brand than any hard work I've ever done in my life. So if I can just teach you how to build a personal brand, and we can all do it, I'm telling you, that personal brand will be worth more than anything you guys got going. Anything. Ask Albert and Sil, how's your personal brand treating you, Al? Huh? What happens without your personal brand? You know what he is? He's Albert. How you doing? How do I get on Grant Cardone stage? I said, dude, you ain't getting on Grant Cardone stage. Fucking start your own. Look, he did it. See, everybody else besides Albert might have thought, I don't have any money. Neither did he. When he tried to buy me, like he famously says, his credit card bounced. The bottom line is he had the balls or belief, one of the two. Either way, adopt some, okay, and just move forward. But a personal brand, and because he's good people, but a personal brand is why you're all sitting here. A personal brand is why I'm sitting here. If nobody knew who I was, Albert wouldn't want me here. Okay, so a personal brand will make you more money than you could possibly imagine, no matter what you do. You could be a plumber, and the plumber personal brand will make you the richest plumber in the country. So I'm going to teach you real quick, even though that started at 45, so I can take as long as I want. Sit back, Mark, relax. When's the Super Bowl start? Okay, I'll be done by then. No, I'm joking. Listen to me. This is I'm going to go through it quick because I only got 4 minutes and 57 seconds. But this right here is 10 times more valuable. But without what I just taught you, it won't happen. That's why I started with this. You got to love yourself first. You got to love yourself to be yourself. And the reason you got to be yourself is because when it comes to personal brands, it has to be authentic. It has to be real. It can't be real if it's fake. When I started building my social media, I went out there trying to figure out what to say. I literally tried to figure, what I should say to impress you. What should I put out there that sounds good? What should I put out there that will make me look cool? And I started doing what most people do. I put up pictures like this. And it said some cliche shit like, do it anyway. Or I'd get up and I'd be like, I'm on the way to the gym. I don't really want to, but, we got to do the things we don't want to do. And it doesn't work. I got a few followers, but it didn't go anywhere. I had a camera guy named Sebastian. He would always be on time. He would always be poking me. Got to make content. It's time to make content. I'm running businesses here. I'm making millions of dollars. You think I give a rat's fuck about social media? Leave me alone, dude. Got to make content. Time to make content. I'm on a call one day. I'm pissed off. I'm talking to somebody. I forget who it was. He comes in. What? Time to make content. I said, dude, I'll tell you something. I said, just turn the fucking camera on, okay? I am the fucking content. I said, fucking... I said, by the way, if that camera's not on, it's worthless. Just remember that. If you guys have camera people, and by the time I'm done, you should. Everybody should, even if it's your brother doing it for free. I'm serious. But I told him, I am the content, bro. Turn the darn camera on, shut your pie hole, and just film me, being me. And I was relieved. Why? Because I didn't have to do content anymore. I just started finishing my phone call. And then, hey, Brad, you got to go do closer school where I teach people how to sell, close, persuade, and be badasses. So I get on closer school, and I'm just doing it. And I forgot the camera was there at all. And then they took that footage, and next thing you know, they're posting on social media because I see the same time you do when I post. Like, I wonder what they did today. But the next day I looked at it, and I said, damn, that's good. And that's when everybody started going, oh, dude, this guy's freaking awesome. And it's because I quit trying to create content and think up content, and I just started to be the content. You are the content. Like, I'm serious.
I'm local.
Are you not selling houses? Are you not lending money? Are you not entrepreneurial? Are you not out doing what you do? Yes or no? You are content, folks. Yeah, but nobody wants to see me. Nobody thinks I'm worth anything. Who's gonna watch me? Go back to the Secret Six. That's why I taught you that first. Like, stand up first. Value yourself first. Everybody here is content. Everybody here is valuable. You have to believe it first. Then you start to just get a camera person filming you, being you, talking to your kids, talking to your clients, looking through your homes, lending, doing whatever the hell it is you do. Plumbing, if that's what you do. If you're an expert, it'll show. If you're an idiot, it'll show. And if you're an idiot, stop social media and go become an expert. How do you become an expert? By doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't claim you're an expert and then you're not one. Like you don't see me on social media claiming I can show you how to play basketball. I don't even like basketball. Super Bowl. Who watches basketball? Oh, that's football. Someone said, who do you want to win? I don't give a fuck. But I do want you to win, and this is how you do it. Ready? I'm going to go through these quick. Number one, you got to have the source. The source is you, folks. You don't make it up. Don't schedule it. Put a camera on your ass. Start recording yourself. You have a thought in your head? Take out your camera and tell the people your thoughts. What if I look stupid? Go do the Sacred Six. Come back. Back and forth until eventually you're like, I don't give a shit what people think. These are my thoughts. Because you start to think. And when you start to think, that's the key. So you start to think. So the source, you got to have the source. The source is you. You are the source. Talking to your kids, talking to your clients, talking to your customers, talking to anyone you talk to all throughout the day, every day. Do you got to make time for that? Yes or no? No. See? No more schedule problem. I ask people, hey, how come you don't make more content? Oh, I'm busy. I'm busy building a company. That's the content, folks. I'm busy selling houses. I'm busy living. I can't film it. Dude, you're not busy if you do it my way. Be the content. You should have camera people with you right now. This is content. Who you're talking to, who you're meeting, what you said, what you talked about at the bar, the behind-the-scenes conversations, helping your customer, doing the research. That is the content. And now you don't have to schedule it because you are it. Just live and record it. That's the source if you're doing it my way. You can do it your way if you want, but this is the way that worked very well for me, and I've shared it with a few other people, and it's working well for them. Secondly, you need the creative. You can use apps. You can do this yourself. You don't need fancy-ass cameras to do it. You can use apps. There's all kinds of them. But you need the creative. The creative is the headline, right? The subtitling. You got to put subtitling. People are scrolling quick and silently. They don't even know what you're saying. And I know some of you guys think you're so good looking they're going to stop because they've never seen anybody as good looking as you. But that's not true. They're going to read the words, the subtext that you put up there. The first 3 seconds need to be captivating. The headline, sometimes people say it's clickbaity. Whatever, it made you stop and watch, didn't it? That's what you're looking for. That's the creative. After the creative, you have your outlet. The outlet is very simple. Where are you putting it? Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. Those are the minimum. Anybody know the most important? YouTube. YouTube. YouTube is a search engine, man. People type in how to buy a house, how to get a loan, and then there your ass is, the loan guy, or the mortgage guys, or Ambiance Realty representative, or your own business, whatever the case may be. You show up because you just kept putting content on YouTube, and YouTube is the search engine. Has anybody ever opened up Instagram to find out how to sell a home? Nobody goes to Instagram to search how to do anything. They go to YouTube. So you film for YouTube, you focus on YouTube, and then you take that content, make micro content, put it all over your social media, and that's where you get the content. Make sense? Okay, after your outlet, you're going to need frequency. That's how often are you doing it? Guys, believe it or not, 3 to 5 times a day, every single day, on all the channels. Now you're thinking, oh my God, that's a lot of content. I didn't say it was easy, folks. I said this is how you do it. If you go look at all my channels, I'm posting 3 to 5 times every single day. What about Sunday? Sunday too.
2 months.
Every day.
My baby.
And by the way, it took 2 to 3 years. Don't think this is going to be a one weekend thing. Brad was full of shit. I did it for 3 days. Nothing's happening. It doesn't happen in 3 days. It doesn't happen in 3 weeks. But guess what? 10 years from now, let me ask you a question. Are y'all going to be there one way or the other? Then why not be there rich as fuck, living an epic life?
Girl.
You got to do what others won't do. You got to change.
3 months, yeah.
One of the first chapters in the book, I start out the book by saying, you know, they say leopards can't change their spots. And I say, who gives a shit? We're not leopards. You can change. It's just a decision. It's just a decision. And who gets to make your decisions? You. So if you're not succeeding after what I just told you, go look in the mirror and fucking ask yourself why. That's my time, folks.
Listen up, or